Hi all, welcome to another episode of Saturday Architecture. So we had an interesting question on what is selling to internal customers. So we'll have it as a four-part series. In the first part, we'll figure out what are the challenges around selling and what is selling and the internal challenges around. Within my company itself, I have made tools which will be used by mentors. But it's very hard for me to see that they actually use it. They look at it, they see it, but then I don't see them using the tool itself, right? And this is supposed to make their lives easier. This was very baffling to me.
For our internal customer, we are thinking it is innovative solution for them to reduce their workload or save their timing, but still traction is not there in terms of usage of that particular tool. The typical issue which I'm facing for 2 3 items
Okay,
trying to solve.
and this is things like you were telling the amount of saving using your tool. How much would that be?
Yeah yeah yeah
What was the
we are
saving?
giving comparison how the life will be in some time if they are started using this tool, but still I'm seeing
What was
some
the
kind
saving?
of saving in terms of time and effort.
How much?
It can reduce up to 30 to 40% of their say time saving
Okay,
from
so
current to new
so
one.
so even though you showed them that they can save 40% of the time, they were not.
Correct.
Okay.
My finding is they are comfortable on what they are doing. They don't want to move to new tool or move to new framework, which is kind of glitch or
Confusing.
challenge I can find. Mm.
Confusing or surprising, right? They're willing to spend more
Yeah,
rather than spend less, which is counterintuitive. Irrational, we should say. Okay. Deepak,
Yeah,
how has it been for you?
I think is being part of a consulting organization. So we try to promote new ways of working, new practices. It's very hard for somebody to promote a new practice or new way of doing things because people you can spend effort trying to convince them that this is a good way of working, make videos, make sample do demos for them, and do meetings. But it's very hard to push a practice which people believe it's only marginally going to help them, or uh, it may help them a lot, but they are not convinced by it, in spite of you spending so much effort. So that is a challenge which I've seen for internal selling of an idea or a way of working. So that's one of the challenges I've seen.
Okay. So, Murugan, in your thought process, right? When you use the selling, what does selling mean to you? What is selling?
I can see it is kind of promoting whatever my thought process or my idea or our idea to the internal or external stakeholders. How can we sell our idea to
Okay, so promoting the product or the solution that you have
idea? Yeah,
that you have
solution.
started.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Deepak, what is it for you?
So yeah, I mean, from selling pure perspective is that I'm able to convince people to consume the idea which I'm giving them, and that's for me, that is selling, the whole process of convincing people to consume what you're producing.
Uh, I had a huge problem with sales and selling. I considered myself a tech, and working in Microsoft helped me tweak my thinking to say finding the implicit needs, the explicit requirements the customer says, the finding out what the implicit needs are, and trying to fit a solution, right fit for that solution, right? The process of discovering the implicit need and finding a fitment is what selling is all about. So to me, selling is more internal to me, right? Selling is what I do. Uh, the customer really doesn't have to do anything, right? If I get the right fitment, the sale happens. So that's how I look at it as selling.
Yeah. So if we can summarize in that sense what selling really is, there are two parts to it. One is the pure transaction of convincing somebody to consume something which you are producing, and other part is the actual successfully selling something, is to solve the implicit need of the consumer of your service, or your product, right? That's, I believe, the selling and the successful selling parts of this whole process. So if we can do the second part better, automatically the first part happens, because you are convincing people and you are convincing them to consume the product which you are producing.
That's a great summary, Deepak. Thanks. We will continue this discussion in the subsequent series.